All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are we all doing? We are going to start straight. We're going to go straight to the program. But before then, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. As you know, FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow, 20th of October is what is trending, and that is what we have to focus on this video. We need to talk about it. What does that mean to Igbo people? What does that mean to Biafrans? The FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow protest, many people already, many of us know that Igbos are not allowed to protest in Nigeria. One of the things that happened to the Biafran movement, is the attack from Nigerian security forces on 30th of May in Aba High School, where Biafran gathered to observe the 30th of May, that Biafrans do every year in honor of the heroes and heroines, and Nigerian forces went there and fired them. Imagine, paying homage, not homage, kind of respect, remembering the death, those who died during Nigerian Biafran genocidal war, 1967 to 1970. Imagine observing the death, and somebody from somewhere just stumbled the place and send everybody to judgment. You are observing the death and you are being sent to death. That is what happened. Not one, not two, not three. There are many cases like that. Just like I told you, Igbos are not allowed to protest. When the Biafran decided to protest, you carrying flag in the street of Nigeria, street in the Biafra land, and the same thing happened. They unalive many people. Not one incident, not two, not three, multiple times. Now, after the kidnap of FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow, the same thing also appeared to happen again when Biafran decided to protest again in Aba. You remember those you that are wearing white clothes, kind of they're wearing their own uniform just to respect FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow based on the clothes that FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow was is wearing, because he's still wearing the same thing today. And that did not go down well with many people. And that clothes, the Nigerian forces felt that I don't know if that is a threat to them. They unalive many youth as well. When FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow, lawyers demand that FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow should change clothes, they should allow him to change clothes. And one of the clothes that FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow, was meant to wear is Igbo traditional wear, which is Isiago. And they also come against it. They denied him. They don't want him to wear that. I don't know if that cloth also, if the cloth has something like threat. I don't know if picture of Isiago, is also a problem to them. I don't know. But we all witness those things. Why I'm saying this is because people seem to ignore the genesis of the whole thing, and they want to offer advice, and at the same time trying to condemn FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow and condemn everybody. I saw a video of a supposedly Biafran, somebody that's supposed to be a Biafran, from a wounded civilian platform on Facebook. These are the promotion, but this is just to tell you that I'm not making it up. Where that man that's always condemned people in the past is an Amberian. He made a video and he put a picture of a young guy that was shot by unknown gunmen, according to him, in the street of Biafra land. And he said that not FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow only demand or deserve freedom or justice, that he also deserved justice for that man that was shot. Okay, which is okay, right? It sounds good. But my question is, what do you think is his what he want to make out of that? He's literally telling you that that young man died because of FreeMaziNamudiKanuNow. That's the message he want to pass. But these people, this class of Igbo people, they have one thing in common. They have stupidity in them. This level of their stupidity is shocking. I will tell you why. This is not an insult. This is just a reality. Because How can you tag everybody that buy in our land to Masamagana and Samanekba as if people have criminality is not we don't have it in our land before the formation of ESN? Is that what they're trying to tell me? Now you are talking about justice to the guy that died, which is very, very well deserved. I'm not saying it, you know, we condemn killing or death of people unjustly like that. I'm not in support of that at all. But in as much as you are doing that, can you also be, can you be real to yourself? At the same time, you turn blind eyes, you turn your eyes away from the people being bad all over Nigeria. You believe in one Nigeria, you believe that Nigeria will be better, you believe that there's a way to know Kesemia. But at the same time, you don't want to talk about what other people in Nigeria are facing. Even if you want to talk about it, why must you label it on someone? Do you know how many people that Fulani have died in our land? Do you know? You ignore that one. You don't count those ones, but you are counting on another crime that you perceive from Mazakan, which is not true. Mazakan have never ordered anybody to go and buy innocent Biafrans. Bring the video. If I have not seen that. So let's see if maybe publicly I have not seen that. I have not met Mazakan. I have not talked to Mazakan, let alone meeting him one-on-one. But you know what I'm talking about. We all can see what he said. We can hear what he said. We can tell what he can do. Now, I don't want to waste much of your time. Please do me a favor, like the video and let me know what you think about all we are saying here. There's a need for that. Let's hear from Shoyinka.
My son at the time, I wrote an article, I remember at the time, during the war, and I said, Biafra cannot be defeated. People misunderstood what I was saying. I'm saying that once an idea has taken hold, you cannot destroy that idea. You may destroy the people, the carriers of that idea on the battlefield. Yes, this is known. But ultimately, it's not the end of the story. So let's not take this position of don't even talk it. Under my watch, this will never happen. Don't say things like that. Go into that environment and ask, what is it that we can do to make you content, to make you happy, to make you feel part of this entity? There's no need. These are the advantages of staying. Listen to some other Biafrans and ask them why they want to stay. This is what we are ready to push as the overall governance authority in this area. But don't go around saying the sovereignty of this nation is indivisible, it's not negotiable. All that kind of language, for me, it only makes matters worse.
You see, theoretically, what he said now is very, very good, right? It sounds very, very nice. It sounds very, very, very nice.
I said at the time.
But put it into practical terms. You see all of them sounding like this, doing opposite of what they're saying, something like what they said, like what he said now. When the time comes to put it into practice, you see him doing other things. Typical black people. Why? What do I mean by that? This is Wole Soyinka, well-respected, writer, perceived to be educated and intelligent. During the time of last election, Peter Obi came out and said he want to contest, he want to be Nigerian president and what have you. We suggested that that is not possible. Him himself, Soyinka, was supporting his brother. Tribalism started playing out, and he's one of those that perpetrated that. Remember, he fought even Chimamanda. Do you understand? There was a little like a exchange of words. They just bantered themselves a little bit and all that. And Yorubas were picking on Chimamanda because she supports Tinubu, P2B, and this one, Soyinka supports his brother Tinubu. But he's here telling you that later, we go there and ask them what must we do for you to belong. But you are against them being president of the country. That's one of it. When you kick against it, having an Igbo president is part of it. Even that, I don't even believe that Igbo president is enough. That is me. But I'm not speaking on behalf of entire Biafra, entire Igbo. This is my personal opinion. This is my platform, not Igbo platform. Understand it. What we do here is we say the way it is a reality, truth. Okay, it's not. I'm not here to back everything that Igbo people do, or back even when there's something that we're supposed to amend or change our way. I'm not here to back it up and tell you that criminality is best way, is best to do, as long as that crime is from my region. No, we don't do that. We don't promote crime. We don't promote killing or violence of any type. Now, we are not in support of that. So people are now speaking up, which is good to see. Like this guy called Golira Man.
So in week today,
Hear him.
Sowore will be leading a peaceful protest in Abuja in regards to the release of Nnamdi Kanu. To be very honest, for me, this is like the smartest political move Sowore has ever done. Whoever that gave you that advice needs a pay raise. Like that is a different level of smartness. Now, some people are like, look at it, Sowore, a Yoruba man, is now fighting for an Igbo guy. Something P2B cannot do. Let us view it from this angle. Do you know if P2B was the one that said to lead this protest? Remember, P2B is someone that wants to become the president of Nigeria. This so-called Nnamdi Kanu is from his tribe. Now, Nnamdi Kanu is someone that wants to divide the country.
What do you mean by this so-called Nnamdi Kanu? This is the problem with our people. He's an Igbo guy. What this so-called Nnamdi Kanu is his name, not a guy name. This so-called, don't know the meaning of so-called. Anyway, let's continue.
He is not after the unity of, he's not after one Nigeria. He just wants people to go on their own. You get? So it's not going to be a smart move for P2B for his political career. I'm talking based on his political career. It will not be a smart move. And Nigeria can now use it against P2B. So this is what you want. We know that once we make you the president, you will divide this country. This is what Igbos want. If he's the one now spearheading this movement, you get. So now look at Sowore now. Sowore is someone that the youth love.
You see, the problem with our people that we always want to give, space, give people space to advance their criminality and lies. P2B, he's going to attack P2B. They're going to use it against him. In last election he contested, what did they use against him? What did he do that they used against him? He went to north and feed with them and eat with them. He went to south and when there's attack in Yoruba, he went there to commiserate with them. But when anything happened to Igbo people, because to him the Igbo voters are sure and guaranteed. Do you understand? This is a country where everybody is condemning, what they want to condemn, and they're getting away with it. And everybody is saying what they want to say, and they're getting away with it. But you are the one who, tagging and labeling yourself that if you say this, to hurt your political career. Whether you like it or not, people don't have any political career. Just like all these Igbo governors, they don't. Your political career as Nigeria is concerned as of today, the highest you can achieve is net president. That means you have done so marvelously well. Local government chairman, commissioner, House of Reps, senator, Senate, ministers, the federal position. And if you manage to get to like Senate president, that is highest. If there's any, let's say, miracle, whether you like it or not, miracle happen, you become vice president, which I don't think is possible. That one is under miracle. And we are here talking about, okay, is P2B the only person in Igbo land? Where is the former governors? Former governor of Enugu State, all of them. Sullivan and Buruburu. Where is former governor of Anambra State? Obiano and rest of them. Even P2B himself, former governor. In Delta, where are the former governor? Where are they? If you want to say that current governors cannot do it because of their political career, what about the past? Is what is his political position now? These are people that to say the truth, now they will use it against you, but to go against your people, they will not use it against you. That makes you a fool. What is the definition of saboteur if not that? Imagine someone P2B opened his mouth and said Biafran is dead, and that one cannot put his political career in danger, right? According to you. But him coming out and he pretending that he don't see the reason to protest. He don't see it. He's not gonna put. You guys are lying. If actually he will make a good president, he should focus on the race of Masamuka. You know why? Because court have said so. Anyway.
But the youth are seeing P2B as someone soft to dethrone Tinubu. I'm not saying he's soft to rule Nigeria. I'm saying he's soft to dethrone Tinubu. We all know that Jagaban is on another level of political activities in Nigeria. So if you're not good there, you cannot dethrone. We're that honest. Now, as of last presidential election, when so many people voted for P2B and people wanted to come out and riot and do the whole protest, P2B said nobody should riot. Let us go to court. And that is one thing that people always look back and say I feel like P2B is just weak for this to the truth. Because the next election, we know it's not going to be free and fair. So if it is not free and fair, people are not going to riot because P2B will not be supportive of it. P2B will still want, let us go to court. And if you're going to court, this man has the judiciary system in his hands. You are not willing to be in court.
You can explain, Taya.
So now that Sowore has
all of you will explain, and Taya.
But the Igbos now, Igbos are like, we cannot beat Tinubu with P2B. So it's better we win Tinubu with Sowore. Then maybe in the future, P2B can now enter through Sowore's democracy, because we feel like he will make a fair and transparent governance. Nobody can come out and vote for any politician, but we fail.
You see one thing. This guy, he says something here that P2B don't want to jeopardize his political career. At the same time, in the same video, you are now validating P2B, Sowore, to be more favorable than P2B because of what Sowore is doing now, that P2B refused to do because he want to protect his political career. So Sowore do the same thing. We now elevate Sowore to become president, but that will dethrone P2B to become president. What does that tell you? It means that you, because you and P2B is from the same tribe, it simply means that you're a foreigner, and there's no way a foreigner will win a presidential election. You are a foreigner in Nigeria. There's no way a foreigner will win presidential election until you guys begin to learn this thing off. Understand it. It's going to help you very, very, very clear. P2B refuses to do what Sowore is doing to elevate Sowore to win an election, to become favorite of everybody, right? Honestly, with that, I don't believe in Nigeria will work personally. I don't, because I've seen enough. But as of now, whether Sowore is doing out of pretense, when evil are many, few evil may be better evil than the other evil. You get the point? To me, even if P2B, honestly I don't believe in P2B that he will make good president. Not at all. Someone with you now. Okay, what are you talking about? A man that refused to condemn the Mazi Kanu detention for all these years. Because he want to win election. Even when he failed the election, he still don't want to talk. Demolition of Igbo people's house. Properties of Igbo people are not going there. Nobody want to talk about it. P2B is the one that hands it because he want to be president. We told you that not that he's a bad person to contest, not that he's not qualified. Why I say he's not going to make a good presidency in Nigeria is not because of his lifestyle, but because of who he is. He's an Igbo man. Once you do that, they're looking for a way to reasons to burn you down, to burn your property down, and you are trying to fall for that kind of tricks. Let's continue though.
Amongst all politicians, there are some that we can say we can look at ourselves. Okay, these ones have a little bit of money. So you get the point now. So you see Sowore now gradually he's turning the table around. He's gradually becoming Nigeria's youth favorite for the presidential election. But that's just my own opinion. My own opinion, no shades. Just put my own facts. What do you think in the comment section?
All right. Let's move to another comment that another commentator. I would like you to hear what this Northern has said. These are people that are fearless, saying the truth, whereas P2B is, covering himself with the blanket. Let's continue. But Obono, Iga Fula Dununu are not. That one would not put his because he felt that Igbo people doesn't count. Anyway, you guys are joking.
This is from the National Association of Northern Nigerian Youths to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu concerning Chief Nnamdi Kanu. From the north, we are saying,
listen, this is Northern Youth Council as throwing their support for Master Kanu to be released. Whereas, where is he? Yohanes a youth? When the issue of taking ransom to save their brother, they have all of them will have voice. Look at it here.
This is from the National Association of Northern Nigerian Youths to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu concerning Chief Nnamdi Kanu. From the north, we are saying, set Nnamdi Kanu free. Let Nnamdi Kanu be pardoned. If Boko Haram will be pardoned, kidnappers who have been giving people sleepless nights, terrorists who have been terrorizing a lot of people in different parts of Nigeria will be pardoned. Why can't you pardon Nnamdi Kanu? This is our request. This is our plea from the north. Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we believe you can do it. You are our president. We voted for you, and we believe you can do this for us. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Let there be justice in Nigeria.
Thank you.
Salam. This is from.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's hear from this person before we end this video. Let's hear from him. The message is getting, gaining momentum. Like I said, my own object, I can't wait that Master Kanu is being freed. I can't wait. Why? He deserves it. He don't need to even sleep in his prison, even in an empty room, for a night because of this stupidity of a slave from our land. His life is more precious than those nonsense. Listen.
You like Sowore or you don't like Sowore, the two remain the same. That guy they fight. Let me say in their vision.
Okay.
Now waiting at the try talk on the 20th of this October 2025. Sowore don't set out that day for peaceful protest to free Nnamdi Kanu. And Nnamdi Kanu now one person say they don't hold down for years now. Nobody do anything. The Easterners they work out peacefully. Some of them they protest, but the protest no loud as Sowore don't enter. So now one way you know about person say he get weight with that. And as the matter don't be like this, federal government now their mind don't dey on rest. And they don't take all the measures where they will obstruct that day. Now make I tell you now some of the things where they don't do in order not to make that day possible. Number one, they don't follow youth talk. Those youth where we say their sense don't lost. Where we say they'll give them small money. Or because of their godfathers where we say they inside politics. So they don't follow those people talk. How they will use those boys to obstruct this movement in order to destroy the plan. Now what they do now with that. But make I tell any youth where we say if you obey these people later, that youth now mumu, your papa, if you be that youth, your papa, I tell you. Your papa, if you be youth where we say you're against the progress of this country, your papa, that's number one. Then number two, they go take out to political something now. They go meet the Easterners leaders, like the governors, like the East governors, all the states in the East. They go meet their governors now. They threaten them of their power and they threaten them with the continuity. If not tell them, see, if you endorse this movement, you are endorsing yourself out of the system. Because of that fear now, you will begin to see some Igbo leaders now coming outside to debunk the movement, say their hand no day. You will soon begin to see them if you never start to see them. Once you don't see them, and if you can see anybody who do that kind of thing, Easterners, I want more to take note of that person. Now, one enemy of Igbo land with that, and another enemy of Nigeria has land with that. And youth, maybe take that person as enemy of this country. All of now, remember what happened for 2 dates on the same date, 20th October 2020. Now, remember now, when we say they don't massacre us from the protest of NSAS where we did do. That same thing now, they feed on the plan and made they don't massacre people for Abuja again. But you know why this one will be possible this time? If they try that kind of thing this time, revolution will start. The protest will change from free Nnamdi Kanu to revolution straight, and nothing anybody will feed on to get that revolution. So the best thing for the government now, may they allow peaceful protest happen, may they free Nnamdi Kanu, so that peace will reign. You know understand? Because if they try say they won't do what they do for Lekki to date, now they say Nigeria revolution will start, and that revolution must conquer this time. So if you be you to say that they contact you to come destroy this kind of movement, we don't already know you say the enemy of this country, and we don't go take a likely with you. Because if you get government back up, you do everything finish, you still get house where you can come back to. So people know your house. Maybe say you can't rest. You know understand? Unless maybe they give you house for Aso Rock, make him say that there you base. Or maybe they food the whole security for your house. And this time now, say the security say they know say after they don't off this uniform, they became an ordinary person like us. Even the security say now they suffer after the time and they don't get anything. So them say they know they want the over.
They don't think about
so
it.
So they see this video, they share this video so that all of them go they know say yes, we don't they see their plan, we don't they know their plan, and we don't they also strategize against their plan. Not only themselves get strategies. A lot of youth for this country get their own strategies, and we are strategizing on daily basis. So somewhere, this arrangement, jail, it makes sense. Nigeria youth are solidly behind you, and even the people where we say they know they follow before, they follow this time. So the only thing now where we talk now is say, may they free Nnamdi Kanu. You know, pass like that, or may they carry and go court. May they allow judgment to pass accordingly. Don't say they could use any superior power they oppress them. Some say they try to fight for freedom of other people. The Igbos, this is time for all of us to stand and speak one voice. Let's not divide this movement. If Atiku from the north can endorse this movement, so who are you in the east? Forget about the political aspect of it. And if we like putting the political aspect, said all things being equal, Nnamdi Kanu should be free. And if there is any obstruction that day, now my own point be this, so that means Nigeria is calling for revolution, and the revolution they shall get. I'm gonna share this video and drop with you think or that.
Sure. The thing is that everything he said is spot on. Just that few things that he said that to me, I felt like it's not possible. For example, revolution. How can youth be talking about revolution now with the level of bandit, not use that with the sophisticated weapon they have in their position now? How can you, once they tell them, once Shegumi and Nigeria, because their papa and their leaders are the government. If they tell them, okay, use your motorbike, come out from the bush, or yeah, go and face this youth on the street. Do you have what they have to? I don't see that revolution that you guys are talking about. I don't see it. I'm being real. I don't see it coming. Unless if maybe there's division between the camp of bandit, which has to do with security forces, because they are the one that those Nigerian forces that go to communities and collect their then gun and disarm youth before Fulani will go there and buy everybody the way they want. Unless if there's any disagreement between them, then it will be successful. But as long as they are together, there's nothing you can do. If you come out if you say revolution, you won't see police throwing tear gas on you. You will see those terrorist bandits coming after you, buying you, and shouting "Lakoba," and you do nothing. I'm just saying, this is my own instinct. This is not an intel. I'm just telling what I felt based on what is going on. So let me know your own. Please drop your comments, drop your opinion on the comment section, and like the video. Support us here by making sure you subscribe to this platform. Follow us as we'll be bringing to you, update like this. God bless you. I see you again. Bye bye for now. Take care of yourself.